Well, hey there, Meatbray. I am gonna go to bed soonish. Just got a few things to talk about. I have to check audio first. Um, but this is about the future of the channel, so I wanted to get this out there, and I have to stay up this late anyways because I accidentally stayed up too late last night. So if I don't want to take my meds too early, I have to stay up a little later tonight than usual. I'm gonna ease back into the regular schedule. Anyways, just have to check the audio, and then I will get into the gameplay, because we are going to start with some Minecraft, and then some D&D prep, but I will see you on the flip side of the audio test. Alright, so, first off, I had a look at the requirements for the spider spawner that I've been working on in Minecraft, and I measured how far the spawners were away from each other, and I made a mock-up here, and I actually found a really clever spider spawner design, and it was made by, let me double check. It was made by someone named Dudar on YouTube. It's from a year ago. It didn't have quite everything that I needed, but it was pretty good. The basic premise is it doesn't allow the cave spiders to ever touch the walls. And apparently, and this makes sense, because they're smaller, they don't need as much headroom to spawn, so you can have the ceiling be this low and put a slab on top, and then you won't have to worry about them spawning there. But yeah, this is how it's going to work eventually, with the lights and the levers controlling when they spawn. But then they'll get funneled down here, and they'll be pushed to the center by the water streams, so they can't touch blocks that will allow them to climb up. Type equals not player. There we go. Anyways, so I need these to feed into each other and go into a single spider killing chamber. So I came up with this little design down here. This was the original design. I thought I could have cave spiders get pushed into a corner, and then they'd be pushed up by a water elevator over there, and then they'd get sucked down that way. It didn't quite work. The trouble with it is, it doesn't matter if you have water flowing as far as it will go, because if you put it next to nope, that's not a very good demonstration. Give me a second. If you put it next to water that is flowing downwards, it's going to push back. So there's no real way to use water to push something into an upwards water stream unless it's larger than a block itself. See, the trouble was I was thinking too much in the same vein as zombie and skeleton spawners. But this works far better for the cave spiders. So what I figured out was, actually, what I needed to do was to utilize the cave spider's natural behavior. So what I did was, I made this pit to funnel them into the center. And then once they were in the center, they would get pushed up against this glass pane here. And a wall might also work okay. I have yet to test that. And these signs keep the water in the center. The spiders get pushed up against the glass pane. They start to climb a little bit, and it pushes them into this water. But once they're in this water, they'll just swim straight up. And this is one of a couple of tricky designs that I was working with. But it works pretty well. Spiders go in, they touch that, they touch the water, they go up, and they get funneled into another. And this center column can be as tall as you need it to be as well. So it works great, and it can accommodate multiple spiders at once. Sometimes there's a little bit of a jam. This, as it is laid out, I have discovered actually doesn't work. It needs to be... It needs to be glass panes on these two sides. Then it'll work. Yeah, that should work just fine. And then you can put a lid on the top. And I'll show this off better when I make it in the survival world. But essentially, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this funnel into here, this funnel down here, and this funnel across like this. They'll go behind here, and then about here, if you can, where I am now, if you can picture that in physical space, there will be an upwards shaft like that one, sending them up, and then over, and then they'll drop. And then right around here, where I'm standing, which is where all three of the spawners are activated, they'll land in a chamber where they'll get pushed up against the edge. So I can just, with a sword, or a harming potion, or what have you. I don't think I can rely on them taking fall damage, so I'm just going to leave them at full health. I'm not too worried about that. I can use a couple of potions of harming, I think, possibly, to get them low. But, more importantly, a sword with sweeping edge and Bane of Arthropods will be able to finish them off quickly. But at this point, it's just a matter of making this in the world 3 times. Don't mind that, that's a prior project. Similarly, there's actually a bunch of stuff over there that's prior projects. This is the creative world I've been using. Anyhow, it will be a lot of repetitive work, and also, rather importantly, it's going to require a lot of glass. So, well, I am probably going to make as much as I can in off-stream, off-camera sessions. Next actual Minecraft stream will likely involve getting a lot of glass for this project. And I used pink glass because it contrasts well with the cyan wool, and I wanted to see through it. You could also use iron bars here, and that maybe fits the aesthetic of the spider spawner better, but it's a lot easier to get glass panes. Like a lot of glass panes, I mean. I'm probably going to utilize vanilla trading to do so. But yeah, ultimately, all of these will be hooked up with one lever probably, but it's going to be very efficient. And you can see that they will flow together pretty well. There needs to be a little bit of accommodation there. Likely in the VOD, I'll try to remember to link the YouTube tutorial for this design in the comments, and I'll show this design off a little bit better when I have it built. Anyhow, it's mostly just going to involve a lot of off-camera work, and that brings me to one of my other points. The Minecraft VODs so far, the last couple of them have been just Minecraft streams, but some of the earlier ones have been combination Minecraft and art streams. And I like doing those. I like doing streams that are both Minecraft and art, but I've also developed a different method of approaching dual feature streams, and I feel like that really fits better. I just stop streaming briefly in between the categories. That said, I'm not going to be doing that this time, and I will actually be switching over to just chatting in a bit here. But it kind of makes my point for me. I feel like having a single playlist that's for Minecraft and art is a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in timestamps for the Minecraft and the art bits, and I'm going to separate them into two distinct playlists, the Minecraft playlist and the art playlist. And while I don't have the editing software on this computer to split up the stream, I'll just leave it time-stamped and maybe have cards in the first part of the video that lead to the timestamp location. But then the streams that are both Minecraft and art will show up in both playlists. And with that said, yeah, I'm fairly positive I can do that. I should be capable of doing that anyhow. With that said, I will also have a short video recorded at the start of both playlists, basically explaining that the first few videos will contain both art and Minecraft stuff, just describing what you need to do if you want to see just Minecraft or just art content. It should be pretty straightforward. I don't know when I'm going to get around to that, but I do plan on doing it sometime soon. If I don't get around to it soon, then I'll be sure to get around to it eventually. Anyways, with that said and done, it's time to move on to the second topic of the evening. And with that in mind, I'm going to swap the category over to just chatting. And change over to the other thing I prepared. It's a paint document. Alright, so, this is D&D prep. I just have a lot of squares to place. Make this look more like a proper map. I don't care too much if my players see this before it's time. It's basically completely non-spoilery. Anyways, I'm just arranging little boxes on the screen while I talk. But it brings me to the topic of tomorrow's stream. It's actually been brought to my attention that Planet Cable is possibly going to be busy tomorrow. I don't know how busy he's going to be, and Starbound might still be on the table, but it's up in the air. And with that said, if Starbound doesn't happen tomorrow, and that's fine, it'll work out okay. I have D&D on Sunday anyhow, so I have good reason to take it easy on Saturdays. If it doesn't happen, then I'm probably just going to stream some Isaac. And then the Starbound finale can happen sometime else. Honestly, I'm gonna miss the series, but it's lasted a good while, and it's been a lot of fun. But I can't go on forever. I do have plans for a replacement. I have to make sure that they'll work out, but in theory, it should be fine. I have a backup plan anyhow. So, it's going to work out all right. I do hope that I get to do more stuff with Planet in the future. Planet Cable is a joy to stream with. An absolute pleasure. We'll see what comes up. It may be a while before another collab happens. If it does, I really hope it does. I wouldn't object to streaming Minecraft or Terraria or something as well. Or maybe another roguelike. I know that Crypto the Necrodancer has multiplayer, and I've done that before. Not on stream, but it would be interesting to play with someone who isn't as familiar with it. With that said, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with the Starbound finale, and I hope that you are looking forward to it as well. And in regards to the replacement series, I'm either going to manage to get it working live, or if I can't get it live, then I will record sessions of it and then participate in the live chat as the pre-recorded stream is going. And I think that'll go fine. It'll be a lot of fun either way. It's one of my favorite games. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I wanted to say on the matter before continuing. I wanted to discuss the future of the channel, I wanted to discuss the future of possible collaborations with Planet. I wanted to get a little work done on this, which, you know, stuff went a lot faster than I expected, so honestly, I may not get that much work done on it, but that's fine because I can get back to kind of just chilling and waiting for vacation time to happen. But yeah, got a lot of big stuff planned. Another series coming up actually that it's in the works. I'm still figuring out exactly what I want from it, what I want to do with it. And there's definitely going to be some sort of official announcement, probably an art stream to go along with it, as I, you know, get the little things worked out. I know that very shortly, actually, after I finished making videos on it, Die in the Dungeon just released a bunch of achievements. So at some point I'm going to be going through and getting all of those. That'll be a blast. But there are also a lot of other things that I've been looking forward to. For example, Peglin, another roguelike that I don't think I've done a stream on yet. Peglin has been getting updates, and it's got some big ones in the works. So that's exciting. And potentially on the table. I just know there's actually a lot of coverage of Peglin going on. So I don't know how or when I would end up doing streams of Peglin, but it's out there. It's on the table. A lot of building placing. Let's toss in something a little irregularly shaped. There we go. Just a little point of visual interest. Anyhow, I'd say that basically sums it up. I definitely wanted to get this information out there. I might even upload the VOD tonight, which would be a little bit out of the ordinary for me. But it makes sense that I would want to get this. I would want to get this out there as soon as possible, just because it's relevant information. Anyhow, whatever the case may be, I'll see you next stream, which will be tomorrow. Probably not on Sunday. Again, I have D&D on Sunday. Gotta get this prepped for it first. But that'll be absolutely fine. Just a lot of grunt work at this point. I've done most of the fun stuff already. I wanted it to be clear that I had gotten the Spider Farm design from someone on YouTube, and also augmented it myself with some experimentation. Yeah, that's it. See you next stream. Have a good night.